He possessed everything wealth and fluency, yet a tragic incident plunged him into darkness. It is within this void that he uncovers a treasure beyond measure, genuine love, yet destiny can be deceitful. The woman he decides to spend his life with Harb. As a secret that could append everything, will you recognize the reality before it's too late? Remain with us through the conclusion of this tale and uncover how lack of sight can occasionally unveil deeper truths than what is visible. Lucasa man used to taking charge and being in spotlight was fine-tuning the volume in his phone. While gliding along the coast on his water scooter, the afternoon radiated brilliance, the sky painted in hues of orange by the setting sun, BC breeze brushing against his face felt trivial next to the pressing urgency in the voice of the man on the other end of the line. Commit our resources, the risks don't concern me, the final outcome is what truly counts. Do you see? He stated decisively, halting any effort to dispute the rhythmic crash of the waves against the motorcycle's hull, intertwined with the resonance of his voice. Lucas ended the call abruptly, a subtle grin of victory sprang across his face. Another deal closed, he murmured contently as he accelerated away. In an instant, a flicker of motion in the water drew his attention. He decelerated, head-skinked to grasp the reality before him. On the horizon, an arm was rising and falling, thrashing with urgency. He cursed under his breath, twisting the handlebars. With a sudden jerk, the water bike zipped along with incredible speed. He had never viewed himself as a hero. He couldn't simply turn a blind eye to it. Upon arriving at the location, he observed a woman in distress, nearly engulfed by the surging waves. Lucas extended his hand with determination. Grasp my hand now, he called out, attempting to project an air of command. Woman, her complexion ghostly and her movements deliberate, succeeded in grasping his hand just in time. He drew her close onto the water bike, sensing her presence as if she bore more than mere physical form weight. He commanded racing back to the land. Upon arriving at the beach, he got off and assisted the woman in getting down. Her legs trembled uncontrollably, causing her to collapse onto the sand, struggling to catch her breath. Are you okay? Inquired Lucas, his voice now gentler. She gazed at him, her breath still uneven, and offered a faint smile. I believe that's the case. You rescued me. Your gratitude means fuel to me. Lucas shook his head, feeling uneasy with the acknowledgement. There's no obligation to do so. Exercise greater caution. Impulsive individuals often find their time cut short. The woman stayed in her seat, gazing at him with a look of curiosity. I recognize you, she remarked, easing together the fragments of a puzzle. Lucas arched an eyebrow, filled with skepticism. I have my reservations. Somewhat elusive in this area, she released a soft chuckle laced with a hint of sarcasm. I'm aware of your identity, Lucas, the individual who possesses faith solely in tangible possessions. Lucas furrowed his brow, choosing silence over response. He pivoted and made his way back to his water bike. Be well, and future assistance may not be readily available. He raced off, leaving the woman on the shore with a mysterious smile playing on her lips. Thank you, no nevertheless. Lucas, she murmured, gazing at the horizon where he was fading away. Lucas felt a surge of impatience. Hishing clutched the steering wheel firmly as he navigated the twisting roads that thugged the coastline. Lovely, his fiancée, sat beside him, her demeanor one of indifference as she absently toyed with her cell phone, her expression betraying a sense of boredom. It seems you have no interest in hearing what I have to say to you. He spoke, shattering the stillness. Laura let out an exasperated sigh, her eyes rolling in disbelief. Lucas, that's not the case. I believe you're exaggerating a bit. Delaying the wedding planning won't bring about the apocalypse. It's more than just feuding. Lavra encompasses all. Your focus seems to be on appearances rather than the substance that truly counts. The air crackled with unspoken tension between them. Laura, with a hint of impatience, responded in a frosty manner. So, Lucas, what holds significance for Yaudisk enterprise? Perhaps that explains why you often overlook what is directly bare you. Her words resonated in Lucas's thoughts as he refocused on the road ahead. A sudden flash of light momentarily obscured his vision. The minute had passed. The vehicle lost traction. The screech of tires against pavement pierced the silence, and then a collision plunged his surroundings into shadow. Upon waking, Lucas immediately sensed the stillness surround him, then the scent of the hospital, a blend of antiseptic and disinfectant. He attempted to lift his eyelids, yet all that greeted him was a shroud of darkness. Where is it? What is my current location? He inquired with a raspy tone. A physician made their way over. Mr. Lucas, it appears you've encountered an accident. It's important to take a break. The incident resulted in an eye injury. Fortunately, your life is safe. Lucas struggled to absorb the words, yet one question dominated his thoughts. What is the status of my vision? What is preventing Me from seeing the physician paused momentarily before responding. Your perspective is currently limited here. Recovery requires careful monitoring, even if it's just for a short time. Lucas gripped the sheets with intensity, a storm of anger and fear brewing. Within him, it simply cannot be. I cannot continue in this manner. The days that followed were filled with a blend of exasperation and quietude. Lucas withdrew into solitude, turning away all visitors, including Laura. He sensed a raw exposure and emotion he had never encountered until now as the footsteps hoed into the room. He anticipated Laura's arrival, yet the voice that followed was unfamiliar. Good afternoon, right? Lucas and Anna, I'm here to assist you on your journey to recovery, that voice held a certain familiarity, yet he found himself unable to pinpoint its source. Do you work as a nurse? He inquired with a sharp edge. Something along those lines. Seem here to simplify things for you and ensure you have all that you require. Sure, splendid. With a serene demeanor, Lucas let out a derisive snore. I don't require a caregiver. I want to regain my vision. Anna remained unperturbed. Perhaps you require it more than you realize. Shall begin at a measured pace. Mr. Lucas, how often have you found yourself like Lucas adrift in a sea of challenges, searching for a spark to reignite hope with his intention? I crafted an ebook filled with poignant stories aimed at resonating with the heart and offering inspiration during life's toughest times. I invite you present here today to be among the first to receive this unique gift. Click link to discover how these narratives can provide the companionship and solace you seek at this moment. With meticulous attention, Anna repositioned his pillow while Lucas kept his thoughts to himself. He remained unaware that the woman caring for him was the very Simeon he had rescued from the sea just days prior. Meanwhile, Anna understood that this was her only chance to draw nearer to the man who years before had shattered her heart without her even realizing it. The initial days of Lucas and Anna's cohabitation were filled with tension. He displayed a lack of courtesy and a short temper, dismissing any effort to engage in dialogue. I can manage walking to the chair on my own, thank you, and fully aware of its location, hesitated, his tone sharp enough to conceal his irritation. Anna, on the other hand, maintained her composure. Understood, Lucas, just know that I'll be here should you reconsider. One morning as he sat on the balcony savoring the gentle breezing, the distant sound of waves, Anna came over with a tray. I've brought you a cup of coffee. The aroma could assist in refreshing your thoughts. Lucas let out a snore, yet found himself unable to resist the scent enveloped me warm and reassuring. I prefer you to be straightforward with me. I'm not accustomed to excessive generosity. Anna offered a faint smile. Not everything in life needs to be exchanged for something more. Lucas, occasionally the finest gifts are of unbidden. He stayed quiet, yet his face revealed that her words troubled him. As the days passed, Lucas found himself increasingly trusting Anna, even if he was hesitant to acknowledge it. On a bright, breezy and cheerful afternoon, Anna convinced him to take a stroll through the garden. Experience the sensation of leaves surface, feel the texture of tree trunks. Your perception extends far beyond your awareness. Lucas chuckled, blissing his laughter with a hint of irony. Will that restore my vision? Perhaps not, Anna responded, yet it could help you perceive differently. He reached out to an herby flower, brushing against its delicate petals, and for a fleeting minute set his frustration aside. It's gentler than I anticipated, he whispered, almost as if in quiet contemplation. As their bond deepened, Anna found herself at ease in his company on a tranquil evening. Lucas, in a surprising display of openness, began to speak. Your voice holds a certain quality, Anna. It rings a bell, yet I can't quite place it. Anna stood still, her heart racing. She realized he was completely unaware of her identity. His words set off a warning bell within her. Perhaps it merely resembled something familiar, she said, averting her gaze. Lucas smiled, yet his thoughts remained unfulfilled. A whisper within him suggested that Anna held deeper secrets than she revealed. It's a possibility, or perhaps you're concealing something, he playfully remarked with a silly grin. Anna chuckled gently, striving to maintain her composure. What secrets might I be concealing? Mr. Lucas remained silent, yet the sense of familiarity persisted in captivating his thoughts. For Anna each day presented a struggle to conceal her true self, yet it also offered a chance to be near him, discovering facets of him she had never envisioned before. Lavra appeared, unexpectedly, deliberately drawing attention to herself with the sharp click of her heels resonating through the hallway. Lucas, my dear, I'm back. Her voice had an overly sweet quality that caused Anna, preoccupied with arranging these sheets, to momentarily clench her fist. Lucas turned his face toward the door, instantly recognizing the voice. Laura, what an unexpected turn of events. Intonation was frigid, lacking any hint of enthusiasm. You ought to show a bit more enthusiasm for my arrival, darling. Lavra said, leaning in to plant a kiss on his forehead. I have some fantastic news regarding the wedding. Everything is unfolding just as it ought to. Lucas held his tongue for a moment, this jaw clenched tight. Ideal, isn't it? For whom precisely? Laura let out a frustrated sigh. We really shouldn't go down this path once more, Lucas. I'm striving to find the best path for both of us. Gratitude is essential. A observed from a distance, concealing her emotions, yet she sensed the air thickening with tension. Pardon me, she whispered, attempting to slip away. A notice. Laura halted her with a sudden motion. Hold on, you're the one in charge of taking care of things, right? Is it Tana? Indeed, Anna responded, her tone steady yet resolute. Laura scrutinized her from head to toe as though assessing an item for sale. Excellent. Continue on your current path. He must be well cared for during the wedding. Anna nodded, yet the flicker of unease in her eyes was unmistakable as Laura continued to discuss wedding details with relentless enthusiasm. Lucas interjected, have you inquired about my desires, Laura? His question sliced through the silence with precision. Laura gazed at him, her expression one of utter disbelief. What is it that you desire? Lucas, our time together spans many years. I understand what is most beneficial for us. Lucas shook his head, releasing a frustrated sigh. Trust your instincts, Laura. Keep things clear. As Anna walked through the corridor, she caught wind of Lucas' words and paused, making an effort to remain unnoticed. That same night, as Anna was smoothing Lucas' blankets in preparation for sleep, he shattered the stillness with his words. Anna, I would appreciate your help with something. His voice carried a gentler quality than normal. She paused her activity and turned to him, taken aback. Absolutely whatever is necessary. I want you to walk me down the aisle on my wedding day, he stated with unwavering directness. Anna sensed the earth vanish beneath her, leaving her in a void. Mr. Lucas, that wouldn't be suitable. I didn't trust anyone else to guide me, he explained, his voice carrying a sincerity that disarmed her kindly. Anna paused, Buddha. She gazed at his face, now reflecting a deep vulnerability. She found herself unable to refuse. All right, he responded, his tone heavy with mixed feelings. I will be present. The long-awaited day had finally come. The church was beautifully decorated with flowers and shimmering lights, the lavish environment showcasing Laura's exquisite taste. The guests murmured, quietly appreciating the intricate details while also pondering Lucas' apparent disinterest in the preparations. Anna walked slowly down the aisle beside Lucas, his arm gently resting on hers. Are you okay? She inquired softly, apprehensive about the strain she sensed in his actions. I'm, he replied, though his voice revealed a nervousness he seldom allowed to surface. Simply remain nearby, and that is the only thing of significance. As Anna approached the altar, she softly released his arm, yet before she could step back, Lucas grasped her hand for a fleeting moment. Thank you, he whispered, edging it a gentle squeeze. She nodded and took her seat in the front row, striving to keep the storm of emotions at bay. The priest commenced the ceremony, intoning phrases about devotion, affection, and selflessness. Lucas stood still, his face devoid of any emotions. The moment arrived to reply to Thevos. He at last shattered the stillness. Bear I proceed? There's something I must express. The entire congregation held its breath with Laura beside him wearing a frown. Lucas, what are you up? Tosh murmured softly, yet he paid her no mind. As we gather to commemorate our reunion, there's an important message I must convey. I will not regain my vision. The harm is irreversible. A whisper of disbelief rippled through the crowd. Laura stepped back, her face shifting between bewilderment and anger. You knew about this, and you didn't tell me, she exclaimed, her voice reverberating throughout the church. Lucas directed his gaze toward her. I had to understand your true self before sharing my thoughts with you. Laura let out a humorous spilling chuckle that alters the entire landscape. Lucas, I refuse to be trapped in this circumstance for the remainder of my days. Her voice dripped with frustration and disdain. Their airy aspirations, visions I hold dear. This won't pull me under. Then go, Lucas responded, his tone steady yet resolute. If your affection for me hinges on my capacity to perceive, then it was never genuine affection. In silence, Laura ripped off her veil, cast it to the ground, and exited the church, stirring a wave of whispers among the attendees. Lucas stood motionless, seemingly unfazed. Following an extended pause, he at last faced the front row. Anna, are you present? Anna, taken aback, gradually rose to her feet. I hear Mr. Lucas, she replied, her voice tinged with uncertainty. Approach me, he urged, extending his hand. She approached him. Her delicate footsteps were sounding softly in the corridor. As they approached the altar, he grasped her hand with determination. Anna, you have stood with me through the dark moments. You recognized my true self, and yet you chose to remain. Will you embrace me just as I am for all time? And his eyes glistened as she gazed at them. Lucas, she inhaled deeply, summoning the bravery required Indeed, it has always been you. The mirrors of the guests crescendoed into an unexpected round of applause as Lucas beamed for the first time in months. The gentle rhythm of the waves crashing against the shore provided an ideal backdrop for the day. Fit was beginning to unfold. The ceremony unfolded in a quaint picturesque location by the sea, attended solely by the dearest friends and family. Sun dipping toward the horizon brushed the sky with hues of golden durange mirrored in Lucas' smile. Anna stood beside him, adorned in a graceful white dress made of delicate fabric that floated gently in the wind. Lucas grasped her hand firmly as though that simple act was the lifeline that tethered him to the present. He spoke gently as if sharing a secret meant only for her ears. I never imagined I would discover something so precious amidst the darkness. Anna, being gently clasping his hand, in reply the efficient position there them articulated the words that bound their union. Yet what resonated most with Lucas was the profound sense of peace he had at last discovered as the moment arrived for him to make his vows. He inhaled deeply. Anna, you showed now how to perceive the world in ways that transcend me. Sight, your insight reveals that the essence of life lies not in material possessions, but in the relationships we cultivate with those we hold dear. I vow to stand by your side now and forever, no matter the obstacles faced. Anna responded in kind. Lucas, you showed me that genuine love doesn't seek flawlessness. It welcomes, nurtures, and evolves. I vow to cherish you for your true self always. As they exchanged rings, the intimate gathering erupted in applause and laughter. Lucas leaned in closer to Anna, and they affirmed their bond with a kiss as the sea appeared to celebrate their union with its timeless rhythm. Following the ceremony, as they strolled along the shore, Lucas paused for a brief moment. Have you ever observed that the sound of the sea is a constant presence? He inquired thoughtfully. Anna gazed at him, curiosity deeped its ancient existence. He elaborated, at times it roars with intensity, at others it whispers softly, yet it remains ever present, much like our existence. Anna beamed, intertwining her fingers with his. We will navigate this vast oceanside by side, Lucas, regardless of the tides that come our way. The guests started to draw near too for the greetings, yet Lucas leaned in to whisper something to Anna. Just before they were interrupted, you're not merely a beacon in my shadows, Anna, you illuminate every aspect of my life. That day, filled with heartfelt simplicity, signified the start of a new chapter for Lucas and Anna in their journey. They realized that genuine richness resided in the capacity to love, embrace, and evolve together with another. As the sun sank below the horizon, giving way to a tapestry of stars, they realized that their adventure together was merely starting.